Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. So, here I am with my lecture number 15 of Elementary Economics, Class 9. So, in this video, I shall be discussing about chapter number 3, that is, an economy, its sectors, basic concepts, and entities. Students, already I have made several videos of this chapter, and those who haven't seen those videos yet, kindly first see that. So in my previous video, I have discussed with you the types of factors of production. I've also explained the meaning of factors of production and also discussed that there are four factors of production. Land, we have already discussed about land, what is land and what are the characteristics of land. This also we have discussed what is the meaning of labor and what is the characteristics of labor. So, so in this video we shall be discussing about the third factor of production, that is capital. I hope so you must be getting whatever I'm teaching to you, and if you have any problem just mention in the comment section. So let's proceed to our topic number 1, that is capital. Capital as a factor of production. Now what is capital? Definition of capital. Now, capital essentially is defined as a produced means of production. Is produced means of production. Capital means a produced means of production. Now, this definition is basically contains two parts, two elements. First, it is produced by men, because as the word produced is contained here, produced is present here. So that means it is produced by man, a human being, and is not a gift of nature like land. Land, we all know that it is a free gift of nature, it is present, but for capital it must be produced. And how it can be produced? When you will do the some productive work, when you will work, when you will produce something. So it is produced by man, it is earned by man. This and is not a gift of nature. Second point is that it is a means of production. It is a means of production. It cannot be called as production, but it is a means of production. That is, meaning means used as an input in producing goods, producing other goods. Capital can itself cannot make the goods. Capital is used as an input for producing other types of goods. So capital cannot be called as a good, but it can be called as a means of good, means of production by which we can produce, with the help of which we can produce the other goods. So capital means that it is a produced means of production. It is produced by man and is not a gift of nature. Second point, it is a means of production. It is not a production, it is means of production. That is, it is used as input in producing other types of goods. So I hope so the definition of capital is very much clear to you. Along with the this two lines definition, you also need to write these 2 points marked as A and B, just to make your definition more clarify, more clear. So the next is importance of capital. Now what is the importance of capital? Uh, it is helpful in the creation of employment opportunities. Now capital means the role of capital is that it creates many employment opportunities. How? Because for earning a capital you must be you must need a job, and for job of course it can be said that capital creates many employment opportunities, and from that employment opportunities you can earn the capital. And second role is that it plays a great role in the economic development. Now it has a very much important role in the economic development, because if a country will have more amount of capital, when the people will earn more amount of capital, they will invest the capital and they will earn the profit. So automatically our economic development will be at high position. So it has a very great role in bringing our economic development to a very high position. So that is the importance of capital. You need to remember the all the 2 points which I have mentioned in this video. So let's proceed to our next topic, that is features of capital. Capital is an important factor of production. We have discussed land. Land is a free gift of nature. Labor means the all the mental and the physical power which is put by the human beings in the process of production, that is labor. And third, we have discussed capital means a capital is produced and is used as a means of production. And this is very important, this out of four. And so the next topic is features of capital. Now capital is a produced means of production. We have discussed just now in the definition part also, it is produced by human beings and it is used as the input for producing other types of goods. Now second one is the stock of capital in the country can be increased through productive investment. Now capital can be increased, and how it can be increased? By investing into some other kind of business. When you invest your money, when you invest your capital into other, your capital doubles up depending on your investment. So if you want to increase a land, it is not possible because it is the free gift of nature, it is limited. um, you can increase your labor, but you cannot increase your labor power. With what mental facility and capacity they are working, that is also limited. But of course you can increase your capital, and capital can be increased by investing your capital into some productive work by which it can provide you enough gain. So I hope so this point is clear to you. Now third point is capital increases the productivity of labor and land. Capital increases the productivity, because how productivity is increased? If you talk about land, so if we invest more amount of capital in the land, so suppose you want to build a building that you want to give as a rent. Suppose you want to construct flat. So you with investing a large amount of capital in this land, it will become just it will increase the productivity, because you will be able to make the flats and you will be able to rent that flats to some to the people, and from that you will be able to earn the income. So that means it increases the productivity of land. And how labor? Of course, if a labor is provided, if a labor is made to work for 7 to 8 hours, but he is paying a very less amount of salary, so obviously the efficiency of workers decreases. But if you pay for the same work a large amount of money, so obviously the efficiency of the workers will go up high. They will just work very hard to satisfy their income. So obviously you can increase the productivity of labor also with the help of capital. So capital help in increasing the productivity of labor also, and land also. So what can be the examples of capital? Like all raw materials of production. Capital is what? Capital means investing. So when you invest in the raw materials of production. Second one is money kept in the banks. What is money kept in the banks? It is a capital. Money kept in the banks in the form of deposits. Now what is deposits here? Deposits means the fixed deposits. When you keep a certain, what is fixed deposit means? The short form is FD. Now, when you keep a certain amount of money with the bank for some specified time period, which may be either 1 year also or more than 1 year also. So, by keeping a certain amount of money for a specified time period, you get certain rate of interest. Now, the question maybe arises in your mind that why do we get interest? What benefit does bank get? Bank in return uses your money. Just invest your money for 1 year in some productive work. They invest your money just for some productive work in some other business, and from that business the bank earns the profits, and that profits is distributed to us in the form of interest. So money kept in the banks is not a capital, but many money kept in the banks in the form of deposits is a capital, because you are investing something. It is produced. You are getting the income also. Merely keeping a money in the bank will not be called as a capital. Now, building for productive purposes, like the example I've given just now, if you want to construct flats for being rented to other people, so that is will be called as a capital. Suppose you want to construct a mall, so that will also be capital, because you are investing for some productive work. So these are all the examples of capital. Uh, Capital is an important means of production, and so you need to learn what things in the capital. That is, you need to learn the definition, and also you need to learn the two parts given here. The importance of capital you need to learn. There are 2 points in that I will explain. It helps in creation of employment opportunities and also plays a role in the economic development. Now, features of capital, I have explained you 3 features. You can learn any 2 of the features out of 3, whichever you want. And examples, any 2 examples you need to learn out of any 3. There can be just other examples also, but I have just mentioned just only 3 examples here. So let's come to a last topic. No, this is not the last topic. Relationship between wealth and capital. Now there are certain relationship between wealth and capital. Capital is wealth that is economically active. Capital is a wealth. Capital is considered as wealth that is economically invested. Active, sorry. Why it is active? Because it is invested in the hope of higher profit, because capital is not kept as a security, but it is invested in the hope of earning higher profit. But people can have wealth. People can only store wealth, but do nothing much of it. They can have their bank balance, they can increase the bank balance, they can keep the um, jewelry at home, but they will not do anything productive of it. But capital is always invested with the hope. Why it is invested? With the hope of earning higher profit. So that is the difference between wealth and capital. I hope so it is clear to you. Now, second is relationship between capital and income. Now, what is the difference between capital and income? Capital means the money invested with the purpose of with the purpose of earning higher profit, while income refers to the flow of money which comes regularly, like the salary. It could be a salary. So income, whatever money you are earning through some work, that is your income. So that is the difference between these two, capital and income. Now third one is relationship between capital and land. Land, of course, we have discussed, is a natural resource and is a free gift of nature. And capital is money invested. Land is a primary factor of production, because meaning it is absolutely important for production. Now whatever, suppose you want to construct a factory for producing the machineries. Suppose you want to produce the machineries. So for building such type of factory, what is the primary factor of production? Obviously it is land, because without land, no factor of production. If no land is there, no labor would be there, no capital requirement is there, no entrepreneur requirement is there. So obviously land is a primary factor, means the first important factor of production, and after that comes the capital. Means capital is the third factor of production. Second is the labor. After setting up the land, we require the labor, and for paying the labor, we require the capital. So whereas capital is a secondary factor of production. So I hope so you must have got the relationship between capital and land. There are we are going to discuss about this, the last topic, and topic is types of capital. So there are 4 types of capital, but you need to learn the difference between also. There's 2 types of capital: fixed capital and circulating capital. Second is sunk capital and floating capital. Third is money capital and real capital. And fourth one is human capital and non-human capital. So the explanation of these types of capital would be done in my next video. Till then, thank you for watching, and I hope so you must have got whatever I've explained to you today. Do like and subscribe my channel, and have a nice day.